Hello, this is Susan Sharp with the Local Parks Grant Program at the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. This short video will show you how to navigate to census data on the Census website. Your local park grant application asks you to provide two pieces of data from the US Census. The first is information on race, and the second is information on income. I'm going to show you how to find that information on the new Census website. In previous years, we've directed you to the American Fact Finder website. The US Census is no longer maintaining that website and will instead direct you to data.census.gov. We're going to start by covering some ways to navigate to this site. First, we can navigate by going directly to the new census data website, data.census.gov. And that'll take you directly to where we need to be. Another way to find that website, if you can't remember data.census.gov, is to go ahead and do a Google search and just search for census. If you go to the regular census website, you'll see this option to explore data. And from there, you can go to data.census.gov. We will also provide a link directly to data.census.gov in your local park grant application. So now that we're here, let's show how to navigate to these two pieces of information. I am going to use the city of Austin because that's where I am. And we'll start by just typing Austin into the search bar here. And we can see that there's this Austin City, Texas profile, Austin CCD, Austin County, Austin Town, Ohio, Austin City, Minnesota. So just make sure that whatever local unit of government you represent, that you're not accidentally picking the wrong one. So by just searching to Austin, I got to the City of Austin, Texas profile. And I can see here that this looks about right. This population looks right. That seems about right to me. So first, let's navigate to our race information that we will be asking you for. So what I did right there is I just clicked the first available option, and it's taken me to this table here, which is just the demographic and housing estimate. Now on this column here on the left, you'll see that there are a lot of different things that you can select from. Let's take a look at this first chart and see if it's going to get us what we need. So now that we're over here, we can see in this column the different categories of data, and then we can see the estimates and the percentages. And here we do find the race. Now, just because we've navigated this far doesn't mean that it's the most accurate information. If you've gotten to your city and you've navigated this far, I want you to check two things. The first is the table ID. DP05 is going to be what you want to see right here. The survey program is the American Community Survey. And then when you come over here and you see these products, if you click that, you'll see a lot of options here. We're actually going to use the 5-year estimate because that tends to be the most accurate and least problematic census data that you can use. So this brought us back up to the top of the table, and we're going to have to scroll back down to find race. Now, the racial information that we ask for, the demographic information, is not very detailed or granular in the application. We want you to go ahead and scroll all the way down to Hispanic or Latino and race, and then down here to white alone. So what you want to check is that you're under Hispanic or Latino and race, not Hispanic or Latino, white alone. Then you're going to come over here and find your percentage. So we have 48.3% white alone in the city of Austin, Texas in the 2018 ACS 5-year estimate. Our application asks you for members of minority communities within your city, not the number of people who mark white alone or identify as white alone. So what we're actually going to do is take the inverse of this number. So 100 minus 48.3 is what we're going to ask you to put in your application. Now, a neat thing about the new census website is that you can actually copy this data right here, or you can even export it directly to an Excel sheet. So if you don't want to do that math, you can just copy that cell. If you have an Excel sheet open, you can just paste it in right here and do your little math. 100 minus, actually, since it's a percentage, we'll do 1 minus 48%, and that gives us 51.7. So that is the number for the minority population in the local park grant program. So we've knocked out one, so we need to find one more, which is income. Now, if you scroll over here, you'll see all the tables, and I don't see any that say income right here. So let's go back to the all. Now you can see here, if you scroll down, we've got our right area. There's a lot of information here. We don't need all the maps. You can also click over here, but I'd rather us navigate through the hard way. So we're going to view all tables. Excuse me. You can keep searching through all of these, but it's going to take you a lot of time. As you can see, there's over 2,000 results. So what happens if we press filter? Here you'll get this filter that pops up, and you can browse the filters. We're going to go through topics. Now that we're in topics, we can see income and poverty, and that's what we're asking for, income. So let's check that and see what we now find. And just by checking that, we can see that the tables have changed. So we're still in the ACS 5-year estimates, but this isn't exactly what we're looking for. We're not looking for poverty status, we're looking for income. So here we scroll down and we see income in the past 12 months. And again, we're going to direct you to this table ID. It's table ID S1901. And the product, we're still on the 2018 ACS 5-year estimates. Here we see households. We're asking you for households, and we have some income here. So we've navigated to the right table. Now our applications ask you for the percentage of households that earn less than $35,000 per year. So that means we're going to want the percent that earn less than 10,000, that earn 10,000 to 14,999, and on up to here. So we're going to want these first 4 columns. Now, again, this new census website makes this pretty easy. So we can come over here to the estimate, we can click all 4, and we can copy that information. You can also copy with headers or export to Excel. But for this purpose, we're just going to do this. And you can see where I was testing this out earlier. So let's delete all this. And we'll write in income under 35K. And now I'm just going to paste these cells. And now I have all of them here. And if I want to do a little Excel formula, voila, the number we're looking for here is 24.6. So that didn't take very long at all, and I have both of the demographic information pieces that I need to complete my local park grant application. Now, there are some folks who will be submitting applications for entities that aren't going to have such nice whole boundaries. Maybe it's not a city or a county, but it's a special district. In that case, you can dial down to the census block. But I would really suggest that if you are in that situation that you contact us ahead of time and we can walk through and make sure that you're using the information that's going to be correct. And as always, if you have any questions about what we're doing, you can feel free to contact any of our local park grant coordinators and we'll help you out. If you need our contact information, you can always go to our website, contact us, staff directory, local park grant staff, and there we are. And any of us will be happy to help you. All right, that is how to navigate to the demographic information for local park grant applications on the new census website. I hope that that was helpful for you.